Hi, in this video I'll be showing you how to upgrade a WordPress for Joomla installation that is version previous to 3.0, and it's basically upgrading it to a 3.0 version or higher. Here I have a Joomla website and I have WordPress for Joomla installed, and I have a menu item linking to my blog. And as you can see here, I have two images. One of them, two blog posts, sorry, and one of them has an image. Why this image is important is because we need to figure out where this image is stored so that we can make sure that that image remains there after the upgrade. Okay, so to do that, you have to go to your WordPress dashboard. I already have it here opened in a new tab, and you need to go under Settings, General. Now at the bottom of this page, if you follow the instructions when you did the installation of WordPress for Joomla, this should already be set to no, and the upgrade will be much simpler for you. But if this option is set to yes, then you'll have to do an extra step right now. So basically, if you read under here, if you have moved this folder to here, then set this option to no. But if you haven't, then if you still have it set to yes, then the current WordPress content folder is still stored under components, _WordPress, WP-content in your file system. Alright, what that means is that you need to go and download this folder. So I am going to act right now as if my option was set to yes, for those of you that are, and I'm bringing up this Transmit program. Now, Transmit is a FTP program built for Mac, and it allows you to connect and view your file system of your server through this program. Okay, here on the left I have the root of my Joomla website. Here are all the core files, and I am going to go under Components, _WordPress, and this WP-content folder. Okay, now what you'll want to do is you'll want to just drag and drop it to your desktop and your computer. This will download everything, all of those folders. Now, and then you'll have to re-upload them at a later point in time. But for right now, my current content folder is located under Images, WordPress, and here are all my uploads. Okay, so and you'll find the image that I was referring to right here. Okay, you won't have to do anything with this folder if you did this installation correctly from the beginning. WordPress will simply pick it back up once we do the new installation. Okay, so once you have that figured out and you've downloaded all your files, if you need to, you can go ahead and you can go to uninstall this WordPress extension. So you can see I'm running 2.9.1. Okay, and then I am going to install this new WordPress version. And the installation will normally take a little bit because we're uploading 4 megs of data. So you may have to use the other methods of installation that Joomla offers, simply because some servers have a 2 meg limit. Okay, now once that is installed, you also can't forget to install the WordPress plugins that come with this. And I'm going to go ahead and enable these plugins that I just installed. Alright, now I can go to my new WordPress dashboard. So I'm going to go to Components, WordPress. And I can actually go ahead and close this old dashboard here because they're in different folders now. Now, since I did the upgrade and this is a new version, normally a database upgrade is required. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And once that's complete, basically WordPress for Joomla, the latest version, is up and running. And I'm just going to go to my post, make sure that this that the image is still there, and it is. For those of you that you had that WordPress content folder in a different place, and I'm going to go back to my file system here, you will now have to upload it to, and I'm going to refresh this com_WordPress folder. As you can see, now the files are in its own WP folder, all of the WordPress core files. But since before we used to have this WP-content folder inside this folder, you will have to drag and drop it from your desktop into this folder right here, not into the WP folder. Okay, this is a separate folder. Okay, a few things to note with this, and you'll see them as I'm going through this. After you do an upgrade of any component, it really doesn't matter. Joomla will automatically change that menu item. So if you go to blog now, you're going to get an error. What you need to do, and this is just, again, this is a Joomla thing that it does by default. You need to simply go in and resave your menu. So I have my blog here. As you can see, it has no type right here. Unlike this one, articles front page, this one has no type. It should say WordPress, but Joomla automatically removes it after I uninstall a component. Okay, so I am going to just go ahead and save it again, and then you can see that WordPress comes back up there. And if I go back to my home page, now the blog link works. But now we get a white screen. The reason for that is because we used to have a different template on WordPress. Okay, and since now the template name has changed, WordPress doesn't know what to do, and it just sort of fails. All right, so there's two things that you can do. One, you can, if you made edits to your template before, you can just copy that template over to the new templates folder. So say I can go under images, WordPress, themes, and then here's the default theme. But the themes folder is no longer getting read from here. The only folder that is being read from here is this uploads folder. That is it. All right. So I can, if I wanted to, I can move this default folder back to components, WordPress, WP-content, and now this new themes folder, which now contains this 2010 theme. This Joomla theme will not be in the latest release by the time that we release it, but now we have this default theme in there, and now this should work now. Let's see. There we go. And it's partially working. There's a few things that you're going to have to do if you do want to use this default theme. I do not recommend that you do use this default theme because, as you can see here, we have there's some capitalized I guess links, titles, and this is because they need to be translated, and we don't have that translation file anymore. Now with this 2010 theme that's available, and you can change it under appearance, themes, this 2010 theme automatically will translate those strings for you. So we no longer need a separate Joomla translation file. So I highly recommend that you use this 2010 theme. Otherwise, you're going to have to tinker around with a few other things. Either way, I'm going to just enable this 2010 theme because that's the one I want to use. And I am going to now refresh my blog page. And as you can see now, this 2010 theme displays correctly, and my image is still there. Finally, this sidebar is still not correct. For some reason, after the upgrade, WordPress saves the widgets that you have on the sidebar, and you just need to add the widgets back in there as the ones that you used to have, probably just to this primary widget area. Say whichever widgets you wanted. All right. So after you've added those, there's a few other things that you could configure if you wanted to. We have the WordPress title, the image, and the menu. Before we used to only have this title, and now if you don't want to show this image or this menu because it just doesn't fit with your setup, you can go ahead and disable them here under Settings General. Under the 2010 theme settings, you can select no for the header image and no for the menu. And you can also change the blog page width right here. So I'm going to save those changes and I'm going to refresh again up here. As you can see, it's sort of taking the same look that we used to have before. I know before I didn't have this title right here, but I'm going to leave that there for now. So that really concludes this upgrading process of WordPress for Joomla. If you have any additional questions, you can visit us at support.corephp.com and we'll help you through it.